Hello and welcome again to another installment of my trail reviews videos. And this is Matt, and this is the second installment here where I'm at the Mill Creek MetroParks Bikeway here in Austintown Township, Mahoning Valley, here in the Youngstown area. And this is Youngstown's major bike trail, which runs north-south. It's an 11-mile trail. I'm going to be taking a portion of it today and showing you the ride, and pretty much going to head through Austintown Township and into Canfield as well. And this bridge goes over Mahoning Avenue here, which is one of the major east-west thoroughfares of the Youngstown area here in Austintown. And we're actually not too far, about a mile or two from the Ohio Turnpike. So if you're coming in from other areas, you can easily get to this trailhead. And as the stone says here, in 2005, they wisely built a bridge over the Mahoning Avenue here. As I said, it's a major roadway here in the Youngstown area. You can tell by all the traffic. So thankfully, it's something you ever have to cross. And I'm actually excited about going over this bridge, as I've rode this trail several times before with my new e-bike. So should handle the grades pretty well and all that. So, and good ample parking here. Before that, I'll show you, just do a little bit of a trail walk here. If you did have to cross at street level, you could, but that's the old way. I'm out here on a late Sunday afternoon. It is Sunday, July 20th, 4:30 p.m., and it's 80 degrees even Fahrenheit here. And there's the trailhead for Mahoning Avenue Trailhead, and the parking quite a bit here, and that's the entryway. And the trail seems pretty busy today, so it is probably the most popular trail in the Youngstown area. But given that, we'll get started on our ride. Now, as I zag my way out of the trailhead parking lot, we'll head on the trail. We'll head southbound toward Canfield. It's a much greater distance that way. And I used to do this on a mountain bike. It's like pedaling iron, I'll just say. Now it's almost effortless. I feel like I'm cheating going over this bridge. I'm only going slow because of the shaking here. And it's a bit overcast in places, but not really any rain is expected, so I'm going for it on this shoot. I don't think I rode this last year, but it looks like they resurfaced it. They really do keep up on the maintenance of this trail, as well as adding to it. With trailheads, bridges, that sort of thing. My only, if it's not a complaint, it's a wish that it was longer. Be only 11 miles. I think that's a combined length, including the Trumbull County portion that goes into Niles. So technically, this trail runs from Niles in Trumbull County, which is pretty close to us now, all the way down to Canfield Township. This is one I always have to be a little extra careful crossing Turner Road with the angle this is at. Yeah, this looks like this is freshly paved, probably this year or last. And we just crossed the 3-mile marker. I think the mileage increases as we go south, which we are going southbound. Yeah, this trail is smooth as butter here. This breeze feels good, even though it's a bit humid and 80 degrees. But once you're on a bike, it's just like having a natural air conditioning, really. This is Fairview Road. Yeah, I'm very impressed with how with the fresh pavement here. And this trail's never really gotten in bad shape at all. Never really had issue. Yeah, this is very nice shape, like a tree tunnel here. It's almost like I want to switch from my shades to my regular glasses, which I think I'll do. While we are in Austintown, which is a suburb of over like 32,000 people, this part of Austintown, the western portion, is kind of semi-rural in a way. And we just crossed New Road, just one of the more traveled side roads of Austin. Again, we're traveling southbound, and to the east, which I really can't move the camera too much. There's a lot of suburban developments on our left here, and there's a few connections direct to this trail from those developments we just passed on. So that's a nice thing about it. That you don't have to if you live in Austintown, you don't necessarily have to go to a trailhead to access the trail. Heck, you can access it from these side roads. So getting to an entry point on this trail is very easy. There's quite a few ways to get on and off of here. We knocked off another mile. We're at the 4-mile marker. I think it just read 6.4 kilometers for our Canadian and international viewers. Yeah, I'm probably around 15 miles an hour, about 25 kilometers per hour. Doing some light pedaling, not cheating and having the bike do the work for me. Some very friendly fellow bikers. People are generally friendly on this trail. We're crossing Turner Road again. I always recommend when crossing Turner, especially here. Can't really see the oncoming traffic. Be careful. That's what I would say. Now I'm on full manual pedal here. For some strange reason, I get tongue twisted when I try to narrate a bike ride. I think some of the more observant viewers will notice that. And one thing is on a learning curve when you're making videos for YouTube is just practicing the way you speak, and the way you deliver speaking and your enunciation and everything. And kind of like when I was in Toastmasters, I know I have a crutch word still. I tend to use the word "so" a lot. I'm acutely aware, and it is cringe when I play back my videos and edit them. That's the biggest cluster of bikes I've seen so far this season. And if you watch my Western Reserve Greenway video, my first installment, we had nearly the traffic as you've seen there. Now here's Kirk Road. It's a good trailhead here. It's not open, but there's like a pavilion. I think you can rent it for picnics and stuff, but it's kind of like a shelter and everything if you get caught in the rain. I will show you the Kirk Rd Trailhead because it's of significance. It's got a good amount of parking. We're still in Austintown. Yeah, just for you to see the facilities here, I think it's worth taking a look at. That obviously had been a little fire station. There's probably at least space for 30-some cars here at least. Probably undercounting. This is probably the best trailhead regarding facilities and parking on the Greenway. So I thought it'd be a good idea just to, again, show you that. It looks like Kirk Road got a fresh layer of asphalt too. It's good to know. I always found Austintown's streets and roads to be a little bit choppy, putting it nicely. The restroom facilities here. And in the background, which will be crossing under the Ohio Turnpike, Interstate 76. Let's have a quick loop around here. And e-bike rental. And I'll drop that link in the description. So to again use my crutch word. As what you see in here is the Ohio Turnpike, Interstate 76. And a tunnel goes underneath. Which I remember when they were building this, and you had to take a bit of a man-made detour around all this. So, this is very nice. And there is a tunnel like this under I-80. This bridge goes under Interstate 80 as well, to the north. Still hearing the turnpike in the background behind me. Yeah, coming out of the way is kind of an upgrade. I remember it had some moderate difficulty with the mountain bike, but I mean, I'll crush it with the pedal assist here, coming the other direction. So yes, we're going a little bit down in elevation here. And if you were able to catch it, yes, there are benches along the way, much like what any good bike trail should have. As I pointed out in the first video with Western Reserve. Although this portion is not recently paved, it's still in very good shape. Crossing Sawmill Creek. By the Meander Creek watershed and the Meander Reservoir, which is in this area, which is a man-made reservoir, not for recreation, but for the water supply of Mahoning County and Youngstown. Always have to look retroactive or after the fact, actually, on Google Maps to know where one municipality ends and the other begins. I want to say we're in Canfield Township right now, but as I edit the video, I'll take a look at where it actually is and plot my municipality stamp as you see on my videos. Another little cluster here. Yeah, I'll just take a little bit of a turn just to show you an example of how it connects to the neighborhoods here. So we'll go on a brief tangent here. And yes, we do have nice suburban neighborhoods in the Youngstown area. I truly do believe this is Canfield Township at this point. There are even benches already. That's something. And yes, it is Canfield, since there's a Canfield soccer sign and yard sign in the front yard there. And I will always be envious if any neighborhood has direct access, a direct connection to a multi-purpose trail. I now live in a pretty decent neighborhood myself, but nowhere near a bike trail. The closest one's probably about 15 minutes away. So yes, I am green with envy. Yes, in the bout of laziness right now, I am popping the throttle. But Canfield City and Canfield Township, as well as Poland and Poland Township, are essentially the two most affluent communities in the Youngstown area. I should really look up, who has the higher median household income, but it's hotly contested at times. But nevertheless, they're both nice. But I prefer Canfield simply. One of the reasons is this trail. Poland does not have a multi-purpose trail. Somebody's happy. That is a very happy dog. I don't want to perpetuate stereotypes, but that is a very pampered Canfield dog. I'm sure if my channel was a little more known, had more subscribers, more local viewers, we'd probably solve a firestorm in the comments. But I'm just kidding. I really do like Canfield a lot. And this is Herbert Road crossing. No trailhead here, but we are in Canfield Township. For most of the time when I bike this trail, I trailhead at out here in Canfield by the Canfield Fairgrounds. So what should be going by, so people are curious if I'm going anywhere near the Canfield Fairgrounds. Yes, I am. Passing on your left. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, as the young fellow said, yep, we just hit the 7-mile marker. I think of 11.3 on regarding kilometers. It feels real good out here, even though there's humidity, but I think there's the right amount of humidity for the breeze you get while riding. And as long as it doesn't rain, I don't mind it being overcast, actually. Of course, these Ray-Bans, everything appears to be more overcast than they actually are. I use a little too much tint on these glasses that I have here. And that you hear is the community outdoor pool in Canfield. Second, the bike trails are probably just as much. I'm a proponent for every town having a public outdoor swimming pool. Place to keep cool, get some sun, get in the water, that sort of thing. That's a big debate. Well, there's a cost to all that. Well, I see some very small towns have them, and especially here in Ohio, they do well. Doesn't mean you can't make a profit margin on them. The smartest cities learn to make a little money off their recreation. Well, other than Cuyahoga Falls, the big suburb of Akron, that was a very big thing for them. They had a golf course, water park. Driving range, batting cages, adult education, a natatorium. You can make money off of rec and charge your citizens a fair price, and your residents, or allow your non-residents and charge them a little more. That's a standard practice. So yes, I do get on my soapbox on occasion. One of the things I'm really truly passionate about. Now we're across US Route 224, which is the same 224. That's here, it's West Main, but there's also Boardman Canfield Road and much further east Boardman Poland Road. Pretty much now the major thoroughfare of the Youngstown area. This is Canfield's portion here. So that's eastbound into the city of Canfield. That's just points west that would take you to that. Let's go throttle and cross. There we go. Making sure that I do have power on. 8 miles now from the county line. 12.9 kilometers. And we are in the city of Canfield. Got some parking facility, the trailhead here. Almost like those silos. This is Lisbon Road, which I believe is US Route 62. I just beat that car. We're skirting along the southwestern edge of the city of Canfield, which is the same combined community as Canfield Township, same school district. And this is State Route 446. It's a brief spur, or not a spur, but a little bypass around Canfield to get you from 224 and 46 and vice versa. There's junction 62 up there. Well, being in the middle of making this video, it's just like I feel like reneging on my promise not to show the whole route, which technically I'm not, because I didn't start at the very top of Austintown. I didn't start in Trumbull County. I don't give away a lot of this, but I think we're essentially back in Canfield Township, and yeah, some very nice farmland. And the only way to pivot is by pivoting, turning the handlebars. But see, we're back in the country here. Go around in here, but it's nice to take a good look at what's around. The scenery gets really nice out here in this portion of Canfield Township, the further you go south. That's a nice angle of the trail right there, too. I'm going to make a turn at this spur to show you why I generally park. Not only does this act as a trailhead, but as parking for the Canfield Fair. The lot's not paved, but yeah, I'm going to stop here just to show. That's the Canfield Fairgrounds straight ahead, in which, and still I believe, of all 88 county fairs, it's Mahoning County's fair, but it's officially called the Canfield Fair. That's what it's known as. It is the highest attended county fair in Ohio of all 88. But yes, this is also part of the fairgrounds as well, the barns and everything, and it is a nice view here. I don't go rolling down the hill, but This guy really is something. They did pave this. Since when? Well, even better. We'll take a loop around. This is where I normally will park. Now, MetroParks did this for Canfield Fairgrounds. I think maybe it could be all one entity, if I'm not mistaken. And I didn't even know there was an archery range here. Another nice view of the countryside here. And I must say, I've always thought that rural Mahoning County has very scenic countryside to it. It's not all urban. It's not all Youngstown. It's not all Boardman. Again, this is Canfield Township, across from the Canfield Fairgrounds, and the traffic you hear in the back is Ohio Route 46. We'll go up along the fairgrounds as well. They've always had a classic train and engine there in the caboose. That's nothing new. Yes, that is the Canfield Fairgrounds right there. Proper. Yeah, old Youngstown sheet and tube. Train engine. A good ample supply of recycling bins here. Thank you. Yeah, that's a handful. Or they're really hiking it and pushing their kids. My lazy rear end is on an e-bike, shooting content. Who's really working today? That's what you call quality time, though, back there. The 9-mile marker, 14.5 kilometers. And every mile, every click, as you Canadians say, of this trail is very nice. But this is the highlight here, this stretch that I've been showing you in the past mile or so. It's very picturesque rural scenery here. While I like the trail to be shaded and to be kept a little cool, there's still a bit part of me has a preference for when it's out in the open like this, where you really can see things around you, really take in the surrounding scenery. But right up here is where I'm going to end the video, because essentially, yes, I think I will end it here. There's a little bit more of a stretch, but let's leave that to you, the viewer, the potential visitor. I think that will be the case. So if you enjoyed this video, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing more videos of this nature regardless, but it really helps get out the word. It really influences the algorithm for others to enjoy this as well. And it's always appreciated if you do. So yes, please like, then subscribe. As I end here, I will give you my rating on this, as well as what the others through TrailLink and all trails are. But take care, everybody, and I will see you on the next one. It's beginning to rain a little bit there, so it, as you can see by the clouds behind me, but I tell you, this trail, this is probably my best ride on it. Not because I was on an e-bike with it. Everything's been well paved. The scenery, especially the last portion, I really want to show you more, but I didn't want to spoil it. And this is the last couple miles here, with it being, the nice rural scenery, the farmland. It's the visual highlight, I think, of this trail. So, but my take and my rating of this trail, I tell you, I think most people know what's going to be, but TrailLink had it at a perfect 5.0. The aggregate for all trails was 4.5 stars, and I'm going to give this one a perfect 5. Yeah, of course, as indicated in my first video, that my ratings of a trail will change and can change with each ride, but this is definitely a 5 stars out of 5 stars here on this. I definitely recommend it. I think it's a highlight of any of the trails that are here in Youngstown. Maybe not be saying much, but I would put up against anywhere. The only thing is I wish it were longer, and I probably should take a deduct from that to be really objective, but I already made the commitment. And but it's a well-maintained trail. You get to see a little bit of everything along it. You're in the shade, going through the woods, the farmland. It's very nice suburban areas as well. It's easy to get to. The facilities are top-notch. I tell you, as far as restrooms, parking, places to, have a picnic, eat your lunch. You don't have to be forced to eat it in your car. The facilities are just top-notch. It's like it has the facilities of a trail that should be twice as long. This should be an easy 20-mile trail. I know they were attempting to, the Parks Commission, when Mill Creek was attempting to purchase more to the south, but was unfortunately running into resistance from local residents to get this done, and I think that's highly unfortunate. Trails are good for any area. They're good for the quality of life. They boost property values. They do not increase crime or pollution, or people who use trails are good people. They're not a bad element whatsoever. A lot of it's just fear-mongering. I don't want to go on a tangent on that, but that's the struggle of this trail right now, is that they're not able to build more of it. That's the point I'm trying to make here. But it's a 5 stars, and it could be more if and it's 5 stars, and it could be more if it were well, nothing more than 5. But I tell you, it should be definitely longer. But nevertheless, that's my take on it. It seems pretty obvious, but by all means, it's worth a drive to this trail. And if you're passing through the Youngstown area, you're a cyclist, or just want to walk or run or do inline blading, whatever, and this is a real good trail, a good trail to use here. So, but nevertheless, this is Matt here, and definitely we'll see you on the next one. So be sure to like and subscribe once again, and we have many more of these. I'm going to do a Trumbull County stretch for this too at some point in the summer, where I go north of where I started. And but outside of all of that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.